back to Hands of Time. It's your boy Paulie the Bull.
Big John Silver.
And John, where we at right now?
We talking about the best moments of 2017.
So what do you think is the best moment of 2017?
I gotta go with Everyday Struggle interview with the Migos. I love that. I love it. It gave us comedy gold. Gave us so many quotables, memes galore.
What do you mean if I got left off Bad Booty?
Wrap it up then.
Right.
Oh, it's just so good. Good.
The look on Academic's face when they got up and everybody got up and he just looked so nervous, like I've never been in this situation before. What do I do?
So that part always bothered me because like I was saying before, like we were talking about like. So anyone who's ever been in that kind of situation, a conversation kind of situation, when those three dudes stood up and Joe Budden was only a few feet,
right?
Like it's not like he went a mile away, only a few feet. When they first stood up, if someone was gonna pop off, they would have swung. So they obviously just wanted the attention to stare at him. They all wrapped their hands up, look like that, like.
One dude rolled his sleeves up, because his blouse was
his blouse. He rolled his blouse up.
Yeah.
Man was wearing a Jack Sparrow shirt, but. Don't get me wrong. I don't know the Migos. For all I know, they're the hardest dudes in the world. They're the best fighters. They'll knock out Mike Tyson. I don't know. But in that situation, I can tell you they didn't want no smoke with Joe Budden in that moment.
Not really.
I'm not saying that that Joe Budden would win that fight. I'm just saying that in that moment, they weren't trying to fight because they would have squared off on him. There was three of them. Nadeska's not going to stop them. Like, they really wanted it. They didn't actually start getting wild until everyone came around, and then there's a crowd, and all of a sudden it's a big deal.
Right.
I mean, we've seen them on video jump in what? They jumped Little B. Oh no, that was another.
No, that was A Boogie.
A Boogie. who they swung off on? They swung on somebody.
Well, they was fighting their bodyguard or something like that. Also at the BET Awards, they would one of them was trying to fight with Chris Brown.
They don't want Chris Brown.
At the end of the award show. Well, Chris got some things, so he just stood away. He found a corner to stay in and said, "I'm not doing it."
The camera's always watching Chris's music, but from what you've seen portrayed, like I feel like Chris is a goon and they don't want those problems. Anyway,
but like I said, he's in a better place. He's in a place now where he's not trying to get caught up. So
I didn't like all the fake presence of like the whole I'ma stand up. Like none of you guys really wanted anything. Like you had clear shot of Joe Budden if you wanted to get him.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. Joe Budden says a lot of things that I'm surprised more people have not tried to hit him. I love Joe. I'm a big Joe Budden fan. I love his show. I watched Everyday Struggle until the recent events. You lost a follower because of that.
Two.
Everyday Struggle. Two followers. Probably gonna lose a lot more.
They did. Well, actually, not to cut you off, but they went from like 2-point-something million subscribers to 1.6.
Oh.
And then the episode started getting a bunch of dislikes on YouTube.
Yeah,
So
another L.
Yeah.
Another L.
People are talking. That is a big L. Complex.
Huge fan of Joe Budden, but sometimes he says things a little reckless. So I'm not surprised we want us. But they had their chance. They was not ready to punch Joe Budden. It was all rowdy once people came around, which everyone knows someone in the hood like that.
Yeah.
All of a sudden people around, they holding you back. All of a sudden you the toughest guy in the world. But it left us with tons of memes, man. They're hilarious.
Absolutely.
I was dying, especially who said I was left off Bad and Bougie. Like there's just so many memes with that one.
Yeah.
Which is the greatest. And then they get Deska security.
Where's security? Where's our security? And she was in the middle of it.
Yeah.
She was just like in the way, like. You got to back up.
It was the greatest. I'm a little sad because of the Everyday Struggle demise. Joe Budden not there anymore.
Yeah.
We're not going to get a part 2 because I would love to see if they could manage a part 2. But apparently Migos were so effective at the interview, they made a video.
Yeah, they made a video reenacting that moment months later. I mean, that was like June when it happened. The video just came out in December. So apparently still on their mind. Or they realized it was the biggest moment. Hilarious video. Joe and Act wanted to take part in it and play their characters, but the Migos decided to get actors to play them. I haven't seen the whole video yet, but the little clips that I've seen, Joe flips the table, got a dude with like a beard on, looks hilarious.
I want to see it because it looks like, but I don't want to give them views.
Right.
So we gotta get like a group of people so we can watch it. So it gets one view with like 10 people.
Well, like I said, I seen what I needed to see. I just wanted to see, how far they were going with it, and it's funny. I mean, it's funny. Joe laughed at it. They laughed at it. If Yachty and Amigos are still mad, like you said, they had the opportunity right there. You're not really mad. They're capitalizing on the moment.
Which is small business. I mean, it's small business.
Right, because definitely, like you said, it's going to get views because they actually leaked the picture. They leaked a snippet of the scene. So,
which, by the way, I don't know the right word. Definitely not racist, but the stereotypical whatever. Like Joe Budden looks not like Joe Budden. He's just a bald dude with a beard.
But he just got a bald dude with a beard. That was all they were looking for.
And then, at least the video snippets I seen, he's wearing like a almost like a business kind of white tee. Like Joe Budden don't wear that.
Well, I mean, at the awards, he had like a button up on. He had like a button up at the award show.
True.
So like I said, it was weird. They were trying to reenact the scene from the award. Well, I don't know. They were trying
But
to
they did it on the
reenact
set of Everyday Struggle.
Right. It was like a fake set. Yeah.
Like Nadeska, from what I seen, looked okay. Like I didn't get to see her.
Yeah.
And act looked perfect though. They did a good job of acting. Like the clothes and everything was perfect. But Joe looked not like Joe. And the main person you're going at is Joe. So I feel like maybe should have got his character.
Yeah, like I said, I think they just wanted to capitalize on that moment, which proves that it was a big moment, and sell some records, or whatever they the Migos had. Because first they leaked the audio where they called him a hater. Then the video they released. Well, somebody said that like on the ad.
No one's came through yet,
right?
And because Joe asked about it,
right?
And
who said it?
No one's came through yet. Like, oh yeah, it was me. Which fuels more fire to what I was saying before. I just personally feel like when there's 3 men in blouses, they're just not ready to fight. That's how I feel. I think that's a real thing.
Prince and the New Power Generation would probably been down.
Nah.
The Revolution?
You can't put Prince in that same kind of category. Prince was a gangster.
All right,
Prince was a different thing.
He had 3 men in blouses. Prince and the Revolution might be about it. Like, they would have. They were.
That's back then.
Yeah.
And in 2017, if you're wearing a blouse, I just assume you're not about that life.
Yeah, current men in blouses.
I assume not about that life. Yeah. Prince is the only one who can pull off a blouse, first of all. Prince,
and his crew.
William Shakespeare, like there's not many people who can pull off a blouse. Migos is not one of them. But I mean, I guess that's a style. Like I said, I can't see it.
Yeah.
Like I would have got beat up back in Brooklyn, like if I had a blouse on.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't make it out my block. So
absolutely.
But whatever, I guess that's a style. But anyway, to me that's the biggest moment for when it comes to like hip hop overall.
Yeah, I agree.
And I even think part of social media was big all over the place. There was memes everywhere.
Yeah. It set Everyday Struggle off. I mean, some people were already watching. I was already on it, but that was the moment. Kind of like how the Breakfast Club had the phone in from Ray J.
Nah, we know the best Breakfast Club. Put some respect on my name.
Well, that was more recently, but the Ray J incident was first. And that kind of took them to, and then Birdman took it to a whole other level. But those moments, just like remember also Everyday Struggle, Vic Mensa threatened Ak.
Well, Ak deserved it.
He did.
Vic Mensa, remember top 5 of my album for the year.
Those moments, those moments made the show. So like you said, it's kind of sad to see that. Joe won't be there anymore. I stopped watching. Ak is going through whatever to figure out what he's going to do, but. If they work together again in the future, that would be awesome. But if not,
I mean, they definitely was a fan over here. I mean, I like sneaker shopping. Sometimes I watch it, but I don't go to Complex. I don't go to Complex channel for that. Nope. I watch it when it's on World Star Hip Hop. Yeah. And same thing with Hot Ones. I watch that when it's on World Star Hip Hop. I think it's a kind of cool show, but I wouldn't even know about those shows if it wasn't for Everyday Struggle. Right. I wouldn't even know they existed.
Right.
So I don't know. Obviously, I wasn't there. I don't know who created what, but I believe Joe when he says that he had some parts in the creation because of who he is as a creator, and from what you've seen over the years. And I mean, honestly, I only watched the show because of Joe Budden. Like I didn't know who Academic was. I didn't know who Deska was.
I knew Academics.
I didn't know
because again on YouTube he would do like little news pieces. I never seen him. I just heard his voice, and it was interesting to see him. That was what a lot of people found out. Because I think a lot of people once they saw him knew that he was food. Because like Vic and all them, Vic Mensa had beef with him for the longest, and it wasn't until he saw him where he felt like I want to punch you in the face. Like it came off a little like.
Because sometimes there's people you see and you just want to punch them in the face.
Because now you realize you can win. Now when you realize you can win, but he had personal beef with him because he specifically took incidents from Chicago and someone that Vic paid for a funeral for. And he reenacted it and made a mockery or satire of the situation. So he was warranted for a punch in the face.
Yeah, no, Act like
it should have been done. It wasn't until he saw Act that he felt like I could take him. I wanted to, and then he said he pulled the Migos. He said I wanted to punch you in the face, sitting right next to him. If you're gonna do it, or you should have said it pre-production or what have you, so forth and so forth. But to me, I just felt like that was a little, like, dude, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. And if you want to do it years ago, you had an opportunity before and in pre-production. That's just me.
Well, what other moments of 2017? I mean, one of my almost fun to watch, but also scary at the same time, was the back and forth between Trump and North Korea. So, like, the problem is that a lot of people watched it and they saw what was going on. They saw the Twitter jokes, they saw the news thing, and a lot of people like I overheard conversations at my job and all over the place, like oh, it's funny, or this is good. Not realizing like those Twitter jokes could have easily caused a nuclear war. Like it could have been a problem. It could have been a real problem. Luckily, nothing happened. Neither one obviously were about that life, thankfully.
But just think, we got 3 more years of that. So that didn't happen in 2017, but we still got 3 more years.
I don't want to get into it. I don't understand how we voted for a Dorito, but whatever. It happens. It's the past is the past. It already happened. But the North Korea thing, though, I just don't. There's certain people like you don't push. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if this was Bishop and Juice, like I'm not gonna poke that guy in the schoolroom. I know this dude's out of his mind.
Right.
Like there's certain people you don't push, and you don't play that. You don't play that Twitter game with the millions and millions of American lives because you want to play a dick sizing contest. Like it doesn't make no sense.
Right. But I mean, hey, so that was 2017. What are you looking forward to in 2018?
Definitely Black Panther, like I said before. I'm hoping more music. I would like to see a project from J. Cole. That's really it. I want to still be here. Like hopefully North Korea is not.
Right. Hopefully they don't push the button and it just stays on Twitter. As long as our dictators are both Twitter fingers, we're safe.
Meek Mill getting released. I would like to see that.
I mean, I hope if he get released, he learned his lesson and stay released. Like stay a free man. Stop violating your rights. Stop fighting people in the airport. Stop getting failing drug tests. And stop blaming the judge for stuff you're doing. We can't. I want to say free Meek, but I want Meek to just stay free. I'd rather that.
I hope we get rid of that too in 2018. Like the
free my homie.
When they say free people, like certain people belong in jail. Like there's no free this person, he ain't do nothing. If he shot up a liquor store and killed 3 people, he belongs there.
Right.
You know what I mean? If he got pulled over by the cops, regardless of skin color, and they found a little dime bag of weed, and he's getting 5 years. And yes, I completely understand your claim. It was unlawful. It makes no sense. You know what I mean? If he did graffiti on a wall,
right,
he shouldn't be getting 5 years in prison. Understand that?
Right.
If he went and raped a girl, I don't care how cool he was on your block, he shouldn't be free. He deserves where he was at. He should stay there. He should probably stay there longer. It makes no sense. Like that's one thing that drives me probably the most crazy with people. Like I have tons of friends, back from where I used to live, and I always see like free this or free that.
Right.
And it's like I know those people. They belong where they're at. That's the best place for them. They should have been there sooner.
Right.
Like
keep them away from me.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Like I guess because it's just cool. Like I got a friend in jail, free him.
It sounds good to say it because now you act like you care. It's just like when somebody dies, they be like, "Oh, I was just with him," and it's the cliche thing to say. Like if you really cared, you would have been like, "Yo, dog, we shouldn't be doing this." You know what I'm saying? His man should have been stopping him from doing certain things to be in those situations. That's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Got anything else on there? 2017, 2018?
That's really it. I mean, I'm looking, like I said, the Marvel movies coming out. I'm hyped for some more music.
Yeah.
Hope for a better year for our country, better year for our people.
Absolutely.
That's really what we could ask for 2018.
All right. So on that note, this has been the Hands of Time. I am once again Paulie the Bull.
Big John Silver.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the show, hit the like button. Share it. Tell your friends about it. Let them know what's going on. Also, hit subscribe and the bell to be notified when new content is loaded, because there's much, much more to come.